let's talk about, obviously we've talking about the 3 big meetings of the day. We can't dismiss Catterick, and I know Billy's been up all night looking at Catterick.
20 to 2, yeah.
But we're going to come to you, Tom, first of all.
Yeah,
which has surprised you with the maidens.
Yeah, I'll shed a bit of light on the first race. I mean, like, Catterick's not a card that I usually get too stuck into, but the first race is a maiden, and there's one horse in there called Sketchmap, which I quite like.
Yeah.
He's a £30,000 yearling, which is, again, quite a pricey horse to be running up in a Class 5 in Catterick. He's
gone for a nice price there, 9 to 1.
9 to 1, yeah. He's a good shot. He's trained by Mr. O'Keefe and ridden by Mr. O'Connell. And he was 3rd of 9 last time at Newcastle on good to soft, which is the ground they got out there today. I honestly don't think there's too many negatives against him. It is quite an open race, I'll give you that. But there's
been a horse been well backed in this race, Missouri Spirit. I don't know what price it opened this morning. Maybe sort of a 2 to 1, 9 to 4, something like that.
2 to 1 now.
Is it?
Best price on it, but that's only remaining with one firm at 7 to 4, 15 to 8 most other places.
It's 11 to 4 earlier.
Yeah.
Really, 11 to 4.
Yeah, it's been well backed.
Yeah, and then Billy had his money on it.
Yeah, and Kevin Ryan's, Kevin Ryan's another trainer. Early part of the season, he was struggling for winners.
Yeah.
And he's really sort of struck form. I don't know too much about the amateur Shane Gray. But
he's only just been brought over from Ireland, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Shane Gray. He's within the month, I think it is. So he's very new to English racing, but he was very consistent in Ireland. He rode a few winners over there, so that's no negative in my mind. He claims 5 as well, so...
Yeah.
Well, yeah, Kevin Ryan won the race last year. It's again, like I wouldn't have any real view on this, but literally, it's Missouri Spirit. But the fact that Tom is so sort of confident with his selection.
A gun down there.
No, I wouldn't say I'm extremely confident in the selection, but if I was to have one, it'd be Sketchmap. I probably would have a punt on it today, to be fair. I just think that it's just quite a pricey horse to take up there, and it's well bred, Exceed and Excel, to be up there with the pace. I think it's a good bet. Billy, what have you had a look at in this race?
Just ask you what your general opinion was as a maiden expert on a horse like State Anthem. He's had 7 races.
Yeah, it's funny this, because the best thing obviously about that is he's got a bit of experience. But the worst thing about it is all that experience is just showing that it's not a very good horse. However, Mick Shannon yesterday had one go up to Ayr after having 7, I think a couple of second places, but 7, didn't break his maiden with 7 races. And he's quite known, Mick Shannon, to take a while to get his horses into form, and I think this one's probably the second one in the market for me, anyway.
Yeah.
And I think he's worth a bet.
So, what are we going for in this maiden then?
Well, I'm with the O'Keefe trained Sketchmap at 9 to 1. It's a nice each way bet. Especially when you're getting paid out 1, 2, and 3. I'll be with that each way, 9 to 1.
Billy?
I think State Anthem will probably lead from the rail, and I think the Missouri Spirit will pick her up in the final furlong.
Well, that's second favourite, 5 to 2. I mean, when you watch these maiden races and you see them being backed, is it something from a maiden perspective you take note of? Because if in a handicap, the handicapper's got them weighted where he wants them generally.
Certainly.
When a maiden, if they're being backed, you must take notice.
Yeah, certainly got to be watching the market in maidens, because usually the people that know the most about the horses, because of the lack of form in the book, is the connections. So when you see a bit of money about for it, it's not just going to be Billy's money; it will be connections and etc. So follow the market, and you might be right. It's short enough to look like a good horse, but value 9 to 1 on Sketchmap.
Billy?
Anything else bar Missouri?
Not really, if I'm honest.
Catherine, got a view?
I don't. Well, you don't like to say I don't really have a view, but the King of Maidens sitting next to me, Sketchmap.
Okay, Luke?
I'd side with Missouri Spirit. It's got a rating of 79 and definitely sets the standard.
And a rating of 79, Catterick would take some beating.
It would take a good one to beat it today.
Yeah, absolutely.